Hello indie game fans, E3 coverage continues to roll on with my picks from the Guerrilla Collective Day 2. As compared to Day 1, this event featured more games, unsurprising since this was the stage for indies, so let's take a look at what's coming up. Let's begin with an arcade sports title in Robodunk, one that channels NBA Jam in more ways than one and looks pretty sweet indeed. I do like the blocky robots and animation in this, where on top of the core basketball action, there are tackles, weapon skills and upgrades, which makes it quite impressive. I believe this should follow along the lines of the recently released rounds from Landfall, in that it's okay for upgrades to be asymmetric, where the 2v2 local multiplayer should be the mode in this game. The next title is Archvale, an action-adventure bullet hell title but with RPG elements, so think Zelda crossed with Enter the Gungeon and you get the idea. I'm actually surprised that I cannot really think of another title that does the same thing, where it's so obvious in hindsight, but if you do remember, please leave it in the comments below. Nice pixel art combined with the non-roguelite structure of this should make it of interest to you. An underrated stylish stealth game from 2017 is Serial Cleaner, singular, where you play as a cleaner for the mob, wiping up blood and disposing of evidence and bodies while evading the cops, where its sequel, Serial Cleaners, plural, looks to be more of the same but with a different art style. It gives you 4 unique characters to play as, each with their own unique abilities, and its theme is certainly something different for this genre. We have probably hit peak deck building since Demon's Mirror is a roguelite deck builder match 3 RPG, so talk about cramming deck building into everything and mixing it with every possible genre. Don't get me wrong, I do love these 3 genres, so it's great that someone is making this, although I do understand if it's not your jam. Cards are used to attack, defend, and even manipulate the tiles on the board, where the tiles do look less varied than your traditional match 3, with attack, gold, defense, and some sort of resource to power your cards, so it's a curiosity at least to me. We did also get another look at Despot's game, a fantastic pixel art title where you equip and mutate your army, getting a narrated trailer, so enjoy.
Hello, meatbag! This is my game, Despot's game! I will give you a group of puny humans, and you will lead them to the end of the dungeon. If you can get past my cute little robots, zombie wombies, and flesh-eating cabbage rabbages. Despot's game is a roguelite auto-battler. That means that all the fighting happens automatically. It also means permadeath and randomly generated dungeons. In order to win, your humans will need weapons, or whatever you can find to use as a weapon. Combine different kinds of dumb items to create your own dumb army. Your army needs to be positioned, fed, and genetically modified. Just don't get too attached to your little humans. They'll be dropping like flies. Let me tell you a little secret. If you make it far enough in the dungeon, you'll get the chance to fight other players! You probably think I came up with all this in order to raise a perfect army of mutated humans capable of conquering the universe, right? Wrong. I simply enjoy watching pathetic humans hit each other with refrigerators. You're in Despot's game now!
Clemmygames bears no responsibility for salty tears, broken keyboards, busted screens, or therapy expenses due to the effects of extended gaming sessions. Not recommended for use by children, pregnant women, or people who have loud conversations on their phones in public.
Another pixel art action-adventure title makes the list with Arietta of Spirits, one that I showed off on the channel in August last year, getting a new trailer and confirmation that it's releasing this summer. The glimpses of the caves and caverns in this look great, where the variety in enemies looks promising as well, where you're trying to uncover the secret of the spirit realm, making it a no-brainer to check out. Another fan-favorite title makes the list once again with Demon Turf, a 3D platformer but where your character is in 2D, giving it a very unique look. Since we last took a look, the developers did release a free prologue demo named Demon Turf Trials in November last year, which has picked up some steam among speedrunners, which makes the full game something to look forward to. Play as the Demon Queen herself and platform your way through the realm in order to reclaim territory for yourself. It got confirmed for PlayStation, which means that it will be available everywhere when it launches later this year.
That's nuts! You did absolutely everything? What the heck is wrong with you?
Scared little demon?
Despite the theme, I do think that Blooming Business Casino is one of the most adorable tycoon games in development, where of course the cute anthropomorphic animals are the stars, making it for fans of the genre. Black Book is a turn-based RPG title that was one of my most anticipated indie games of the year, since it's a gorgeous game that taps on Slavic myths which I cannot get enough of ever since playing The Witcher. Play as a sorceress who wants to revive her beloved from the dead, seeking out the eponymous Black Book, which is said to grant any wish to whoever unlocks the 7 seals, where of course, the name is ominous enough, such that of course dark magic and demons will be involved and it's a bad idea all around. Interestingly, this is straight up a turn-based RPG, which is an underappreciated genre, so it gets a spot. If you enjoy classic platformers, Kitsune Tails will be a no-brainer, since from the look and even animations, it does look to have more than a little in common with Super Mario World. This new trailer shows off multiple playable characters, which appears to be themed around elements, adding its own spin on things, looking 16-bit spectacular and is not to be missed. Another long in development title that I've been looking forward to is the gritty and squishy Death Trash, a post-apocalyptic action-adventure RPG which adds cosmic horror monstrosities to the wasteland. it does give off a very strong original Fallout vibe to me, but in real time, looking equally brutal and dark, and should be an interesting world to explore. The biggest news is that it gets an early access release date in August, so it's coming right up. I've mentioned the amazing Akatori before, since A, it's a Metroidvania, and B, it has some fantastic pixel art, having mentioned it in my upcoming Metroidvania Games of the Year video, where it did only have a quick teaser trailer before, and we get a new extended look at this. The game allows you to switch between two dimensions, one which looks more like a Japanese-inspired fantasy realm, and the other a futuristic cyberpunk city, where the looks of both are neat, and I wonder how the game will be structured. The combat looks extremely fun, even to the extent of having a combo meter on the side, so it's that sort of game where this trailer did make me even more excited for it. You cannot quite beat the style of Wolfstride, a monochrome mech battling RPG which showed off one of its new aspects in the side-scrolling pixel art portion. You are taking on odd jobs to pay the bills in order to fix up your giant mech to take place in a tournament, having quite a classic underdog story, but come on, how great does this look? The mech customization and equipment system is shown off as well, which results in some awesome turn-based RPG strategizing, but it does remind me of Metabots for some reason, which was a show that I loved growing up. I was very pleasantly surprised to see Hunt the Night make its re-debut on the big stage, so to speak, a gothic horror action-adventure RPG that simply looks fantastic. I've had my eye on this game ever since 2019, so check out my earlier video in the top right to see the vast graphical improvement this game has made. You're playing as a member of an organization known as the Stalkers, having to hunt down and defeat monsters of the night in order to save humanity. The action looks super sleek and the pixel art is on point, so it's already a no-brainer pick, but wait, there's more. As the trailer shows, there's an extensive skill and equipment system, and as a member of the Stalkers, you're able to tap upon the darkness and to use it to your advantage, being able to do things like make a shadow clone, to solve puzzles, or to break the laws of reality. Of course, very strong Bloodborne vibes with this, where I believe there is a stamina meter as well, so you know exactly what the developers are going for, taking the #1 spot. For my recommendations of the best indie games like Dark Souls, check out this video and I will see you after the jump.